Hello. I've boo-booed. Welcome to my channel. I'm mad with myself. In my excitement, I know I said I would do this, finish this altered bag. So this was a bag that looked like this. Exactly this bag, of which I'm going to make a fairy journal, a woodland journal out of this toilet paper roll to fit inside it. So yesterday I did part one and decorated the bag, all the under bits, and I said I will be back at weekend to finish it. So I was so excited and itching to finish it. I decided, right, we'll do it tonight. We'll do it. The guys are watching football. I'm going to do this. So I started recording. Well, I thought I did. Carried away, embellishing. And then realised it wasn't recording. So I'm mad. So what can I show you? I've taken off as much as I can. I've had to undo the glue in so I can show you what I did. So the actual bag, before I put this lace and this jewellery and moss on, I coated with Mod Podge, shiny Mod Podge, gloss Mod Podge to give it a nice seal. The inside of the bag I had sprayed with these lovely Tattered Angels glimmer mists, one being weathered wood and one being rustic green. So I sprayed the inside of that. Makes a beautiful effect. So then what I next demonstrated that wasn't recording is the use of glue dots. So I will just get some more glue dots. And I was telling a story of how we ordered glue dots at work 19 years ago. And I was still going through the glue dots. We must have had a roll about 1 metre wide. We had so many. We're probably still at about ½ metre. So I just stuck some glue dots on. And then doesn't want to stick. This one says I'm not sticking on. Well, you are. So I pop some glue dots on. They stick because I've got gluey fingers now. They're sticking to my fingers. I had beautiful clean hands. I showed you my nails that I've just had done today that I've now got glue on them and need a good scrub. I was mad when I saw it hadn't recorded. Put a glue dot there. Right, so then what I did with my printer's metallic strip is I went over the glue dots and pulled off, and you can see that they leave little bits of metallic. Is that right? They're all done there, yep. That one looks a bit on. And I was using up a scrap of printer's foil as well, explaining how I love to not waste things. Oh, I was telling you all sorts. I was telling you about my day. I was telling you about what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm going to church tomorrow to decorate for Christmas. I was telling you all these things and it just hadn't even recorded. But never mind. Hey ho. I've seen some of the best. This happened to some of the best. So we just have to make the best of what we can, because there's no way on this earth that I could have redone some of this work. So then this is a piece of lace like this. This is a wet piece of lace, and it was attached to the other piece in a circle. It was the edge of a doily, and all I did with my glimmer mists, I did this yesterday, is I sprayed them with the green and with the brown one as well. Rub them in the glimmer, and that's how I coloured the glimmer mist in the blue, browns and green. I tied it up. I showed you this and said I keep these baby wipes because these come in perfect for decoupaging, and I will probably use it in the little journal. Then I brought this back to the table. I glued on the piece that I did yesterday in this sort of semicircle. Then I showed you this vintage necklace, and it was a full necklace. I showed you how I cut the ends off with my pliers. Here it is. I explained how I would save the lobster claw to use probably on a dangle. And I said I would use the chain tomorrow, or well, when I do the journal. I also talked about, I'll be doing the journal next week because I'm at hospital with my daughter on Saturday. But Friday and what's left of the weekend, I am going to use to do some work on I'm in the Artsy Bohemians, Robin Dudley House, Secret Spooky Society. So I'm going to do start a project off there. Then I stuck this on, this moss, which I'd gathered in the woods on the Isle of Arran in Scotland. And I talked about picking things up as you go out and about, how I'd picked up some rusty metal off the beach to use in my making papers, etc. look rusted. I then showed you this Hessian heart, which I had sprayed with weathered wood. I put a piece of coffee dyed scrap cotton on the top. I then put this piece, I found this on the floor in my craft room. I must have been using it. It is a plique off a vintage wedding dress. I then stapled it on with this vintage stapler that I found in a charity shop. And not only was the stapler, but there was a couple of boxes of staples with it. So I put those on just for added rustic effect. I rust my own safety pins. So there's a rusted safety pin here, to which I've attached this little tiny shoe. It's a little vintage wooden clog off it. I think it was off a key ring. So I've put that and a little bell on the heart. And then I got my glue. This has all been glued on once. That's why there's patches on this bag, because I took it all apart as much as I could so I could show you what I did. So then I put some 3-in-1 glue. Put that on before the volcano occurs. I asked you all what you'd been doing. I asked you, were you watching the football? Was your country in the World Cup? The good thing is this video now has took me probably about a 1/10 of the time that the other one took, because I was doing too much talking. Once I'd stuck all those on, I turned the book off. I stuck this necklace on with 3-in-1. I thought I would try it, see how it went. If not, I'll use the E160. So then I turned the bag over and I did this. That needs to come over a little bit. Put on my glue. It's a good job this doesn't set straight away, because I wouldn't have been able to undo it. I realised virtually straight away and was able to just strip it back quickly. So put that across there and fold up the bottom. I've just put some glue on the bottom too. So the bottom, because it is quite tough, because it is thick now, this paper, because of all the layers, I then put some trusty clips on the bottom to hold that in place. Then when I turned it over to say, ta-da, this is finished, I realised there was this sort of gap here. So what I did, I turned to my left, where I just so happened to have this piece of artwork that I bought at a charity shop, which is covered in Suffolk puffs, covered in them. So I bought it for the Suffolk puffs, but there's some beautiful textile art underneath. So, and then lovely hessian as well. So I just so happened to turn to my left, and there was this Suffolk puff, which is exactly the right colour. It was just there, it was just waiting for me. I stuck on the Suffolk puff, and we'll stick it on again. Just like that. And then I got my box, which I thought was buttons with cotton in, and it wasn't. It was just all my neutral buttons. So I tipped all that out. So then I had to open another tin, which I thought was my neutral buttons, and wasn't. It was my buttons with cotton in. So then I put it on there. I could have put some cotton through, but stitched it through, but I have some that's already got cotton in. So that is on there. And that, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, is the finished bag. I love it. Who would have believed that it started life looking like that yesterday? And there it is now. Very, very pretty. I might turn that pin round actually, because that little clog's facing the wrong way. Very, very pretty. And all ready to receive this little enchanted journal, Fairy Woods enchanted journal, which would just slot in there tomorrow, along with other bits and pieces when it's finished. So, sorry this second one had half of the video missing. It's my own fault. I should have checked, but I bloopered and there was nothing I could do about it because I'd already started and I didn't have a spare one to show you on. So thank you very much. You've been watching Sharon, you've been watching Be Divine Vintage. I've got 91 followers now, 91 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button, because at 100 I will be doing a giveaway of either a journal or some vintage laces and trims. Thank you so much. I will go and wash my hands now to recover my beautifully manicured fingers from earlier. Thank you. Bye bye.